This is a rarity. You won't see me talking to the camera very often. I'm not a camera person. I realized when I was doing my first video just how haggard I look. I mean, the reality is it's been a horrendous 7 years. 8 years if you count the illness that my mom went through, where we weren't sure if she was going to live or die. Um, life is hard. We all deal with the unimaginable sometimes. But as I was going through my pictures, from, let's say, my 30s till now, the difference is not pretty. I'll put it that way. And this is not about wanting compliments or you look great for your age. I'll be 67 in about 3 months. And I you know, I accept my age. I'm fully aware that there are many people, as I well know, who don't make it this far. So I guess as far as the YouTube channel and talking to you on the camera, it's more or less embracing what I have left. Because we never know how long that will be. So I don't want to make this a negative Nelly, I don't want this to be that. But I just want to tell you that I do appreciate so very much all of your kind comments and your likes and your subscriptions. And as I said in the first video, I have no idea where this is going to go. I don't know. Today I'm making ribs. That much I know. And I do plan to take you around my hometown that I am so proud of. It's just a little rinky-dink town, but I love it. And I've loved it all my life. They do things, well, you'll see. You'll see. Especially since it's Memorial Day, you'll see why it's such a special little town. And I'll take you to a couple of places I'll take you to where I lived growing up until we moved out into the country. And I'll take you to By the Elks Home, which does a magnificent Christmas light display every year. I'm going to take you to my favorite house in Bedford, which is one that my aunt and uncle owned, and I spent so much time in with my cousin. And let's see. Well, we'll just see where it goes. So I'll see you soon. So on this rainy afternoon, I decided to make country style ribs. Now, I meant to lay these out the night before and totally forgot. So I was making them on a wing and a prayer. And I already in this bowl have brown sugar, and now I'm adding cayenne pepper and a little smoked paprika, and you add as much as you want to your liking. And in this jar, I have a blend that my Super at 60 friend talks about quite often of onion and garlic powder mixed together. I just have it mixed in this big jar. So I'm mixing all of that together. And I'm going to make a rub out of this. And what I do is I take a little bit in a spoon and then dip my finger in the spoon to taste it to see if it needs anything else. And it did need a little salt and pepper, which I added, and which I wasn't on camera when I did that. But it did need a little salt and pepper. Now here I come, laying those big, chunky, frozen, country-styled ribs in that, well, it's a big casserole dish, but now I'm just coating the tops of the frozen ribs, and I'm going to rub it in a little bit, and then you'll see that I'm going to wrap the ribs completely so that I can secure the juices in. This is really just such a simple dish to make, and it's a comforting meal. So now you're going to see me wrap, and see, the whole time I'm sitting here thinking, this is going to run out. This is going to run out in my oven that I just cleaned last week. But thankfully it didn't. But I get them real, and this will keep the steam in, which helps them cook. And I cooked them really slowly. I think they cooked a total of about 6 hours yesterday, on 325. Yeah, that's what I did. Wishing for the best. And now that I've got them in the oven, and those things are heavy, I did place a cookie sheet, a long cookie sheet, in the bottom of my clean oven so that if they did run over, the pan would catch it. Self-cleaning ovens are still a lot of work. Well, I'm new to this filming, so I apologize. I forgot to show you that after 5 hours, I took the ribs out of the oven and put some Bubba's barbecue sauce on them. Now, you can do whatever you want. You can do sugar-free if you're watching your sugar, or you can do the regular if you're not. I did the regular. And then I just coated them really well and put them back in the oven for another hour, and they were falling off the bone. Y'all see what I have? It is on. You know how I like to eat corn on the cob. And we have a sweet potato and a half of a rib. That's one of the things that GLP-1 does, is it helps keep your appetite. Well, you still have an appetite. At least I do, but I didn't in the beginning. This has not been easy. This has been a lot more difficult than people think. It really hasn't done well with my stomach. I started on a compound, and that just never really evened off. And I haven't gone up. I mean, I started with a 2.5, then a 5. I did try 7.5 one time, and it was horrible. It was awful. So I titrated back down to a 5. And I mean, I can come off anytime I'm done with what I wanted to lose. But I thought, well, let's just do 5 more as a safety net. So, yeah, it's been a journey, and you have to really, really make wise choices and not eat a lot of carbs. And here I am. I'm not a huge meat eater. I mean, if I do, I like a steak, which is unusual. I think it does change your tastes a little bit. I was never a huge pinto bean eater, but now I love them. I told my mom I'm getting worried about myself liking pinto beans. Um, what else? It's just, it's a journey, and you have to decide what you want to do with it. Um, so it does teach you some skills as far as choices. And like I said, I follow some people on YouTube, and they talk about, some are carnivore, some are ketovore. My friend Darlene is ketovore. So I really follow her more because I can't just do butter and eggs and meat. I have to have some vegetables. And I know there are some vegetables that are better for you than others as far as carbs go, but I love all vegetables. And I have found that if I limit myself, and if I feel deprived, that's going to make it harder for me to do without. So anyway, I I'm almost done. I'm almost done, and I'm happy with it. So anyway, let me go eat this corn, and I said we were going to keep it real, but I'm not going to keep it real enough for you to see me gnaw this ear of corn down. Where do you find peace and calm? I love rainy days. I once hated the thoughts of snow, but since losing my granddaughter, I love being snowed in. I have learned that even in our deepest sadness, there are still things to be grateful for. It may sound cliche, but a roof over our heads, and food to eat, and genuine friends who really care, and our family are among my top 10. It's so hard, so very hard some days to be positive. And I wasn't for a long time, and it still doesn't come without a lump in my throat. But that's okay. When we're hurting to our core, doing anything is exhausting. But we have to look for the positive anyway. Look deep and look hard. Cry your eyes out if you need to. And if you don't want to upset others, go outside and scream until your throat hurts. Ask me how I know this. So today, I'm grateful for the rain. It makes me feel good. It really is as simple as that.